What's going on, guys? This is Cade Chumsland from ESPN West Palm. Last Saturday, the Class 1A Swimming and Diving Championships took place, and making their third straight runner-up finish at states were the boys from the St. Andrews School. Now, leading the way for the Scots this year, and like he has been for the last 4 years he's been with this team, was senior and team captain William Domokos-Murphy, our Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week. Not only does William have an elite name, he also put up some elite times in these state championships, finishing with personal bests in the 200 meter and the 500 meter, and then also helping his team in the relays in the 200 and the 400. Now, the craziest part was he did his 500 meter race, and then within just 30 minutes raced the 200 meter sprint relay. Unbelievable performances, and that final 400 relay was the key race to secure the runner-up finish for the Scots. I was just at the pool at St. Andrews to talk to William. Here's what he had to say.
Well, congratulations, William, on being selected this week's Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week. Let's go back to that state championship. 4 different races, but it kind of came to a time crunch between that 500 and that first relay. How were you able to go from one extensive race to then a short sprint?
Well, so going from that long race to the extensive race, I know I had to time crunch. I've been doing it all season, so I had to get straight into my warm down. And I knew I had my boys who were behind my back. I knew they trusted me, so I knew they knew I was going to be there in time. So overall, I just trusted myself, got in the warm down pool, kept my head down, and I got up behind the blocks and I finished it off for the boys.
I mean, your heart rate is so up for that longer race. What are some things and practices practically that you do to kind of help keep your breathing down, keep your heart rate down to get ready for that next race?
So after my race, I do a thing one of my coaches told me. I do 4 strokes breathing out, and then I breathe in, 4 strokes breathing out, breathing in. That really lowers my heart rate and gets me focused and locked in for the next race.
What is the difference between mentally, you have your solo race where it's just you in the pool, and then you have a relay where you know you have teammates behind you?
Mentally, for the solo race, I'm just locked in, focusing on myself. But for the relay, I know all my boys want to go 100%, want to win, want to do good. So I feel like it's a different mentality. I feel like we all have the same mentality that we got to do this for each other. It's not just for ourselves this time.
I mean, just another great state appearance for the St. Andrews Scots. In your 4, have you been here all 4 years?
I have been.
Okay, so looking back, what have been some of your favorite memories, not necessarily in the pool, but also just hanging out with your teammates?
So last year we had this team bonding thing, because we always have a Tampa trip. We didn't have it last year. We went to this water park, you could call it, and just great team bonding. And we're team bonding here every day at the pool. It's a great group of people. And in the pool, I got a couple memories. There was one my sophomore, junior year, I think sophomore year, I was pretty sick for a 500, longest race of the meet. Got up, me versus like 3 other guys, got in, out-touched them all, scored big points for the team, and we ended up winning the meet.
Very cool. Now, I mean, swimming is kind of almost like a niche sport when you're talking about the bigger high school sports. How did you get into this?
So it started when I was about like 6 or 5. My mom threw me in a pool. Not throw, but you know what I mean. Just loved it since then, had some ups and downs, especially my 11, 12 year, really started to fall out of the love of the sport. But then I really gained it back, focused in, had my coaches help me throughout the whole way, had these people help me throughout the whole way. So without them, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
I mean, swimming, it's essentially using the same motion for a certain amount of distances. What gives you the excitement about swimming?
Excitement, it's all about racing. If you got a good heat with a good group of guys, you get excited. If it's a tight race, your blood's flowing, your heart's pumping, you just want to win. It's just that excitement of winning really gets you going.
You've told me you want to play at the next level. You're talking with some coaches, but in practicality for college in general, what are some of the things you're valuing?
Obviously, my academics is a really big thing. I want to go to a college where I know I'm coming out with a good future behind me, or ahead of me, some would say. Overall, just to be successful in life. Just a college that has a good group of kids, a good team, good coaches, and just a good place to, live and all that.
Well, congratulations, William, on being selected this week's Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week. Good luck to you and the rest of your swimming career. Look forward to seeing what you can do down the road. And as for you guys, I'll see you next week.